So in case you guys are wondering how I'm doing today, I'm doing great.
I'm doing great.
All right, let's get serious now. So something that has been coming to my mind is how should we treat indie developed games? You know, games that were made probably from a handful of people, small team, maybe just one person, maybe two people, whatever. So the first example I want to go through is a comment that I got on my Salt and Sanctuary review. This was an indie game that, from what I can tell, was developed by two people. I'm going to read this comment, and also I'll show a screenshot here as well. Please don't harass this person. I'm not trying to attack this person or anything like that. This isn't, I also don't condone that as well. This is just mainly to state what was said on my video and what my reply to it. So this person says that this is a great game, and just as a reminder, it is done by a couple of huge Soul fans. This is not a big group of people, man. So I was like, okay, I have no clue what you're trying to say. Like, I don't know if you're trying to say that I'm looking at this game wrong or if I should be more lenient. So I decided to follow up on it. Basically saying, so are you saying just because it is an indie title, it is immune to criticism? Also not once attack developers in any way. So I don't understand the point of this comment. So I didn't get a response, unfortunately. I wish I did, because then I could follow it up and I probably wouldn't be making this video. But I don't know if it's a fake account or not, but the point I'm trying to make is, regardless or not if it is made by a ton of people, if it's made by just one or two people, at the end of the day, it is a product. You are creating something. I mean, just look at my YouTube videos. I am just one person, but I do understand that I am ultimately putting a product out there for people to watch and view. And however you react to it is how you react to it. I'm not immune to criticism just because I'm the only person doing that. Because if you're trying to say what this person is, from what I can glean, trying to say is I can't say anything bad about it, or I can't say any faults with Salt and Sanctuary when it comes to its platforming and all that stuff, because it was only made by two people, two passionate people, which I don't know how that really makes a difference, and honestly it should not. Doesn't matter the budget that you have, doesn't matter what you do. If you put a bad product out there, it will be a bad product. If you try to make Skyrim with 3 people and it sucks, then it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. That's all I'm really saying, is just, hey, this is how I feel about the game. I don't think it really lived up to my expectations, because I thought the game was going to be great, but it wasn't, which is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I would still be interested in a sequel, because that's really the point I look at when it comes to criticism, is to see, hey, this is issues I have with this one, but that doesn't mean, oh, you're a bad person or you're a garbage individual. That has nothing to do with it. It's just the product you put out there. And at the end of the day, I would be interested for a sequel, especially if they address some of the frustrations that I had with its platforming, and just in terms of seeing further ahead and all that stuff, maybe a little bit zoomed out camera. I would be interested in a sequel if they address some of these criticisms. So the second example I want to talk about is another indie game called Hellpoint that I reviewed. It's a Souls-like, whatever the genre is called, Soulsborne, whatever. And it was an overall flawed game. I saw the potential was there with the dark sci-fi universe and aesthetically and the atmosphere I was trying to go to. But I think overall the technical issues that I had with the game really inhibited my enjoyment, and some of the flaws still exist today, unfortunately. I hope it got cleaned up, but it just never did. So I got a ton of dislikes on that video, and I also saw that the Escapist review did something similar, and I saw a lot of people defending the developers on this one. So I was like, I guess this must have like some sort of passionate fan base. So then I looked at the Steam charts, and this is what I saw. Are these fake accounts that the developers are paying for to say, hey, say something good? I don't have time to look at every single account to say, hey, is this their first time commenting, and go through their account history. I don't have time for that, but maybe that's a possibility. Honestly, man, sometimes I look at the Steam charts and who the hell is playing this game? Like, seriously, who are these people defending? I'm trying not to go Shannon Sharp out here. I'm trying to keep things nice and chill. And I know some of you may be saying, well, that's because, oh, it's a mainly single player game. But there is PvP, and they actually tried to do a multiplayer event not too long ago, either this year, I think it was this year, they tried to do something, but it ended up just not being very good because there just wasn't a lot of player base anyways, and honestly there wasn't a lot of intrigue to come back to it anyways. You could watch that review as well. I'll put the links in the description, but both reviews, I'm very careful not to insult developers, because at the end of the day, it's not a reflection of them. Just because you put out a bad product doesn't mean you're a bad person or a terrible person. It just means you put out a bad product. It could just be from either a lack of effort, or heck, you could have put your whole heart and soul into it and it still turns out bad. That could be for a myriad of factors. Maybe the scope was too high, maybe you just didn't have the talent, maybe the budget was too low. There's a lot of factors, so I don't like to attack developers or anything like that. And I think that's very important, to separate the developer from the product, because if I'm attacking the product or criticizing the product, I'm not attacking the developers or criticizing the developers at all. That's separate. But what's the point I'm trying to make here? The point I'm trying to make is everyone, regardless of what you put out, is subject to criticism. Every video game, I feel like, is subject to criticism. My videos are that as well. If you don't like the way I review things, if there's something I could do better, hey, I would be glad to hear it. You know, I take all feedback seriously, and I want to improve and get better each and every day, because I'm the first to admit I'm not perfect. And if we're gonna go on this whole I can't criticize indie games, or no one can because of the people, you can't criticize my videos anymore, because I'm doing this by myself. I'm the only one making the videos. I'm playing the games. I don't have a team, so therefore I'm perfect. I'm immune to criticism, right? If we're using that logic. The only thing I want for video games is to push forward, because at the end of the day, when it comes to both Hellpoint and Salt and Sanctuary, I actually would be very interested in a sequel if they address criticisms. I just want to see games be the best that they can be. Try to say it in a more poetic way, but this is just how it is. Let's gaming be the best for the future. So, anyways, that's all I had to say. This is a new series I'm trying, basically Powerhouse Rants, see if it's something you guys like. If not, I could just stick to the regular reviews or whatever, but either way, curious on what you guys think. What are your thoughts on indie games? How do you view them? If you view them the same compared to AAA titles, if you view them differently, let me know. At the end of the day, thank you guys for watching, and this is Powerhouse, signing off.